Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Mike Riley from MikeRileyNow.com, the host of the Uninformed States of America podcast, which you can go to the usapodcast.com and check out. And I'm here on behalf of the Grassroots Democrats HQ in Los Angeles. I'm rocking my gear today. I got my hat on, the whole bit. And we are here discussing the Fellows program that the Grassroots Democrats HQ has going on, which allows young volunteers to get together to help usher in the blue wave. And I'm speaking to one of those volunteers today, Miss Isabel Kagoo. Hey, Isabel, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Good to have you here. So I've been talking to a few different volunteers about the Fellows program and asking them how they got involved in it and how they got inspired to do it. What's your story? What got you involved in the Fellows program with the Grassroots Dems HQ?
Yeah, so I have been pretty involved in political campaigns in the past year. And so this summer, I didn't really have that much to do. I was doing another fellowship program, and I wanted to do a little bit more. I had some free time on my hands. And so I literally just did a Google search, and I came across the fellowship program and I applied, and then I got an email a week later and talked to Tamara a couple days after that, and I was onboarded and I was in the fellowship program. So for me, it looked very different. I know most of the fellows had connections and had talked to people in the program. And it actually wasn't until I was in the program that I realized that I had people in my own network that had connections.
Yeah, it's a small world, huh? Yeah.
It really is. Like the political, I think organizing community is so interconnected. So it was crazy to see how I had an event a couple weeks ago that was somehow tied into Grassroots Democrats. So that was so fun. And it's also expanded my network so much. So much. I've met so many incredible people here. And it's definitely
to be a part of the crew, right? Because you get to meet the network and the whole bit.
Exactly. And not only with the other fellows, but with the adults as well. And helping them out with their phone bank. So it's been really, really fun. And I'm so glad that I applied.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I heard you say that you've worked on some other campaigns in the past. With COVID going on and with everything having to be so virtual, how has that been different? Has it been kind of the same vibe? Are you still having the same good time as you normally would have?
Yeah, so it's definitely very strange. I kind of got involved in political campaigns in this presidential election cycle. I canvassed and did more in-person events and volunteering in person before the pandemic started, and then once the pandemic hit, my summer plans got freed up. So I was like, I need to do something. And I got way more involved this summer. And so it's been so interesting. I think digital organizing has been of everyone's attention. And so we've learned so much about how to transfer our organizing skills, our in-person, canvassing organizing skills, and making that digital. And so that's been really, really cool as well.
That is really cool. Yeah, I mean, this is the new normal. So it's really good that we're learning how to really go out there and canvas and really learn how to go out there and usher in the blue wave in this kind of new world, which is great. So that's really awesome.
It's really interesting because a lot of people were so used to volunteering in one way. I have helped out with phone banks where we have volunteers that only canvassed in the past, and that's all they did, and they were super comfortable with only canvassing. And we had to encourage them to come and do phone banks, and we advertised it more as virtual canvassing. So it's just been interesting just to get people a little bit out of their comfort zone, trying to a great time to do it given everything that's going on.
Yeah. Now's a good time to break out of your shell. Because reaching out to people and making sure people are ready to vote and making sure they're educated is very, very, very important. So let me ask you this, Isabel. What key races are you looking forward to coming up here in this 2020 election?
Wow. Okay. So this year's been really interesting. I definitely learned so much about politics. And before this year, I didn't really pay attention that much to specific races. I would pay attention to my states, because I live in Tennessee. So our states.
Oh, wow. You're in Tennessee?
Yeah.
I'm all the way out there. Okay. I'm thinking you're in LA with us.
No, I'm from Memphis.
Cooler. That's even better. That's even cooler. I was see.
The reason why the pandemic has been a silver lining, because while it's done so much bad, it's also made everything virtual. So now I can connect with people from across the country. So that's been really amazing.
Yeah.
But back to the question. Sorry about that. Some of the key races, I would say Sarah Gideon, Cal Cunningham, and Mark Kelly. I phone banked for them through Grassroots Democrats. We featured them as like our weekly candidate to phone bank for multiple times. And we also on Tuesday at our staff meetings, we do presentations on like important candidates. And so we've had presentations on all three of them. Very important Senate races. Obviously, the presidential election, Joe Biden. I cannot even stress how important that race is.
Man.
Yeah, for me in Tennessee, our Senate race is also so important. So definitely looking at those races, but there's also so many down ballot races that are so important.
Down ballot races. Like you're so on top of all these other down ballot races that are happening. I was telling one of the volunteers yesterday how much I think it's so cool how when I ask all of the fellows, when I ask them what races you guys are looking forward to, the first thing they don't pop up with is like, oh, Joe Biden. No, they're talking about all these down ballot races, Mark Kelly and this thing and, this, that, and the third. So that's really, really cool. Well, thank you so much, Isabel. That is so awesome. You are out there doing the Lord's work, as I tell everybody. And and you too could be just like Isabel. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in Tennessee, if you're in New York, if you're in Illinois, if you're in Arizona, wherever, we could use your help. You can be just like Isabel. And you can get trained by Isabel or by one of the other fellows at the Grassroots Dems HQ. All you got to do is go to grassrootsdems.org, grassrootsdems.org, and you can be just like Isabel or get trained just like Isabel. So Isabel, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited about all the young people that are becoming more politically involved in this election cycle. And I know we would love to have you as a fellow. So if you're interested, definitely go to our website, apply, and just get involved. Even if you can't be a fellow, just maybe phone bank, volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer.
Vote.
Yeah, or just learn what you're voting for, which is really important. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Isabel, and we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you for having me.